Welcome to the Buddhistisches Berlin podcast. Join us for live recordings from classes, insightful talks, and guided meditations.
Most of you will have done the practice before, but I'll just quickly mention the 4 stages of the practice, although I'll guide it through, so just do what I say in the meditation and it'll be fine. But we do a 4-stage practice. So it's a practice in 4 stages. And very simply, in the first stage, we're bringing awareness to the breath. And to help us do that, often it takes some time to do that, we can add a count. So in the first stage, we're aware of the out-breath. And when we feel the end of the out-breath, we can add a count. So we count 1, breathe in and breathe out. At the end of the second breath, we count 2, and so on until we get to 10. And then if we get to 10, we go back to 1 again. If halfway through we drift off and think about something else, and then we realize and come back to the breath, then we can just pick up again at 1. Yeah. So the counting is there as a kind of peg to help keep us with the practice. It's not the object of meditation, so we can all count to 10. We don't need to practice this. So we're trying to be mindful of the breath, and the counting will help us to do that. If you find you're staying with the breath and you don't need to count, then you can just relax that and just be with the breath, explore the out-breath in the first stage. In the second stage, we bring more awareness to the in-breath. So the count is at the beginning of the breath. So we count 1, breathe in, breathe out. Count 2, and breathe in, breathe out. And so on up to 10, or picking up back at 1 when we come into awareness. In the third stage, no counting. And in that stage, we're aware of the full flow of the breath, the in-breath, the out-breath, the space in between. And then in the 4th stage, the last stage, we're bringing awareness to the more subtle sensations of the breath. So traditionally, that's around the nostrils. So exploring the subtler sensations of breathing in that area. So principles. So the first thing is, like I said before, can we bring an attitude of exploring the breath almost for its own sake? Exploring the breath because it's part of that cosmic display of beauty. Let's be grand in our language. Can we just become aware of the breath because it's beautiful, because it's keeping us alive, we're dependent upon it. No other ideas, just that. So see what that does. Don't force that as an idea, just see what influence that has. And the other thing is this focus and breadth. Focus and sense of expansion. So to do what Master Hakuin said, which was to devote yourself solely to sustaining your primal energy, you have to be aware of your primal energy. So as we're doing the meditation, what is your energetic experience? Are you overactive, or are you a bit dull? So that's the first thing, noticing what your energies are doing and how that's changing. And then exploring what can you do to help that and bring more balance. So if you're feeling sleepy, maybe you need more focus. Maybe you need to pick a subtle sensation and explore that. It might be that you actually need to do the opposite. So you're feeling sleepy, and a sense of expansiveness will help. If you're feeling restless, again, do you need a bigger sense? Do you need to broaden out your experience of the breath? Do you need to focus? So just explore that. Meditation is an exploration. In a sense, you can't get it wrong. Just explore. So they're the main things. Breath as a display, breath for its own sake, and exploring focus and breadth. Okay, enough words. So before we do anything to do with the breath, let's just arrive back in the room together and in this position. Coming into presence. Exploring the different senses. Sounds and sensations in the visual field. Taste, smell. And touch. So noticing the most prominent tactile sensations in the body. Maybe the points of contact between body and earth, body and ground. Or sensations in the face or the hands. Becoming aware of the body breathing. We know the body's breathing because there's movement. Paying particular attention to the out-breath. We can notice the length of the out-breath, the temperature, the texture. And as a support to our awareness of the out-breath, we can add a count, breathing in, breathing out, counting 1, breathing in, breathing out, count 2, and so on up to 10, then returning to 1, or if we drift off, just picking up again at 1. So if we find we've drifted off at any point, we'll come back. And when we come back, just returning to the sensations of breathing. Exploring the out-breath. So relaxing the effort to stay with the out-breath and the counting. Having an awareness of the whole body. And aware of the next in-breath. And just noticing the different quality of the in-breath, or asking if there's a different quality to the in-breath. Do we notice a particular energetic effect of the in-breath? How is its texture? And its length? And if it's helpful, we can add a count at the beginning of the in-breath. Making sure we're maintaining a connection with a sense of basic presence. Through whatever's going on, whatever thoughts might be arising and passing away. Grounding in sensation. Exploring the in-breath. letting go of any counting now. And being with the full flow of the breath. In breath, out breath. And the space between. And as we do this, just being aware of your energetic experience at the moment. Is there a sense of balance? Or an edge of what we might describe as restlessness? Or a flatness or dullness? And simply asking that question might bring about a change. But you can also explore focus and breadth. So perhaps bringing the focus more closely to a particular area of the body, to particular sensations, or broadening awareness to include the whole body or field of sensations. With the breath slightly more to the background. So in the fourth stage of the practice, traditionally we'd become aware of the subtler breath sensations around the nostrils, so we can experiment with that. We can experiment with that without losing a sense of breath. So still we have to approach the stage in accordance with what's actually happening for us. So you might need more focus, but you might need more breath. So making the practice your own. Allowing the practice to bring us into experience. So following the next breath in and out. The Buddha once said, the length of a person's life is the length of a single breath. So we're constantly reborn with each breath. The breath gives life. We depend upon it. And bringing awareness to it is bringing awareness to its beauty, its specialness, its vitality. And for the moment, that's all we're here for. To be aware of that. And relaxing any effort at all to follow the breath. Just sitting in a sense of presence. And openness to what is. I'll just finish by saying one of Hakuin's other great teachings is that the lotus born of the fire is 1,000 times greater than the lotus born of water. By which he meant, as much as the life of introspection and meditation is important, the life of activity is equally important, and maintaining a sense of introspection in the midst of activity, in a sense, was the great challenge for him. So that being the case, we do this practice, the mindfulness of breathing, the turning inward, exploring that primal energy, but then it has to be expressed. So the other practice, the other second core practice we have is the metta bhavana, the cultivation of loving kindness, which we'll explore next Thursday, probably without the help of Hakuin next Thursday, but perhaps with another story instead. So if you can make it next week, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be exploring the metta practice, loving kindness, and the more active dimension of meditation.